Hello, everybody. It's CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. And I don't know, just out taking a lovely walk uh, around downtown. You know what I think I want to do? I think I want to cut over and walk through the Asian Gardens, which is a walk that I've taken several times. Sirens, hang on. And whoever that's for, I hope they'll be okay. But this catty corner, this particular pinpoint of a corner here, kind of begins the Asian Gardens. It's so funny. It's kind of like a pie wedge of a road where all these roads come together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, I guess technically it's just 2 roads and then one offshoot. But if this was this focal point, whatever. But the tip right here kind of begins, and I've never really put too much thought in this, but yeah, the Asian Gardens, Asiana Foundation, Asian Gardens of Shreveport, and I don't know. Like I said, this particular thing is in my YouTube videos all up and down throughout the years that I've been doing it. So nothing new, but it's very meditative. I'm going to go ahead and say that I love you and I wish you all love and light. And that's in case that my phone cuts out, while I'm rambling and I forget to look and everything. So, like, what's so Asian-y about this? There's these little statues all the way through the gardens, too. Now, let's see if I can't turn on a flashlight. I've had this phone so long that it's broken, damaged, and my friends are like, when are you getting another one? And I'm like, when I can get it for free. But nah, I'm not really going to be able to do the flashlight, but let's see. Because it won't do a flashlight while camera's in use. Cool. I'm so glad it's still recording, even as I went through my settings to try and turn on the light. What I'm going to be able to do is enjoy kind of strolling through this a little bit, and then I'll cut, instead of taking this main street, common street, I'll just go down the street behind. I don't even know what the street is called. I'm so terrible. But it's behind this church, this Methodist church. I don't know if they're the Southern Methodist Church or the First Methodist or what used to be the First United Methodist or whatever, but they had a split. Hi. I love this. I love this little Asian Gardens. I got a little spooked. Somebody was coming down behind me. I'm usually the only person wandering through here, but then also you never know who you're going to run into. And because it is a quiet space and there's lots of nooks and crannies, it is possible. I didn't get them on camera, but I just spotted someone having a little nap behind one of these fixtures. And it's, there will, it's possible that I'd run into someone who's, living outside right now. And that's cool, To each his own. Sometimes by circumstance and sometimes by design. And I try not to judge because, I've been there, right? I don't know if you ever have, but it's I don't know. I feel like no matter where someone is in their journey, there's no, yeah, at the very least, some human respect, you know. Um, uh, Even if you are coming along and someone comes up and they ask you for money and you don't want to give them money, and you don't want to have a conversation, you can kind of ignore and just walk on by. But you don't have to be like a jerk and be like, "Oh, don't talk to me, don't have it." You know, 'cause there's no reason to be like cruel to someone, uh, even if they are, you know, sometimes what you think they are. But yeah, it's a nice day, and so what we'll do is we'll get a lot of people um, outside when the weather's good, and then when the weather's really rainy, they get into the shelters. And then what happens is, um, you know, there's only so many days in which the shelters around here will let people stay. And I don't know, you know, like, I love the moon. And I did move away. I did not realize there were so many. I've been up and down, and I guess there's a lot more people who have found the benches and who are making their places to lay down and sleep there. So it's like I'm just kind of gonna move on and let them have it in peace. Um, but uh, but I do love the Asian gardens. We didn't get the good look walking through. I guess you know, like I didn't want to be, you know, intruding uh, upon whatever. Um, but this is, like I said, this is a Methodist church. Oh, it was so funny when I was growing up. This street coming up here, we always used to hear about Sprague Street. That's where you'd go, and that's where all the hookers and the dirty, drug addicted hookers, you know, the crack whores or whatever, you know. And it's like down in the bottoms, and it's so ironic that it's a movie studio is built here. We had a movie rush after Hurricane Katrina. We had a movie rush in North Louisiana, and Kevin Costner actually produced a couple of movies here, and was in them. One was The Guardian, and one was Mr. Brooks. So he did those two movies, and one of them stars Ashton Kutcher, and one of them co-stars Demi Moore. So you know, makes sense, right? So cleared out a lot of the old houses, built a studio, did some movies, and then the film and movie industry dried up. But in the process, uh, you know, there was a lot of development, neighborhood development going on. And so that's kind of cool. And so now my apartment that I live in is in the area of town that used to be known as St. John's Bottoms or the Bottoms, also known as Ledbetter Heights, or, you know, named for Leadbelly, who, you know, Huddy Henry Ledbetter. A lot of different names this guy was known by, but he was discovered basically in jail. I think it was a Shreveport jail, but it may have been a East Texas jail. But anyway, and he was kind of, you know, famed around here. I've actually been to his gravesite uh, over in East Texas, and kind of gave it homage. Thank you for the influence. Almost everything that we know about music since him, every American uh, musician owes a nod to Leadbelly, you know, uh, whether they know it or not. Uh, so anyway, and what else? Oh yeah, this movie studio a couple of years ago or whenever it was sold to uh, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and he just brokered a deal to also rent out. He's renting this out for 20 years, and I don't know how long the contract for the old expo hall that is also a movie studio that Kevin Costner used like the at the time when he did The Guardian, it was like the largest uh, water tank on a soundstage or whatever to represent whatever. I saw Mr. Brooks. I didn't see The Guardian. So, I don't know. And then, of course, he has various other uh, projects and properties and stuff like that. We really appreciated he did this Humor and Harmony Festival. Massive gathering in downtown Shreveport. Beautiful. And nobody fought. All these people, nobody fought. Nobody got shot, stabbed, or otherwise violated uh, during the, and it's like, the people that, the worst of the worst, the stereotypes that people put on. Uh, no, that, there's some videos of me and a friend, Mike, in the YouTube, and we're kind of walking through some of the stuff. We didn't go to all the events because we were all a little bit low on money that night. But they had some public events and then some events that you could pay to get into, some VIP kind of stuff. But oh boy, it was like you're walking among these people and you're just feeling the bass and you're just rocking your body in the bass. And it was like, wow, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm almost home now. Moon looks lovely. I'm gonna go have a late dinner. I think I'm gonna do a pot roast. I'm not super starved right now, but by the time the pot roast rolls around and it'll be close to midnight by the time it's done. Remember, you're talking to someone who's nocturnal. I live at night, so it works for me. Uh, Pot roast and stuff like that, and I'll have some then, and then I'll be able to have some throughout tomorrow. But uh, I do want you to know, for the human that you are, for the person that you are, even if I don't know you personally, I still feel you, and I want you to know that I love you. And so when I say love and light, peace, God bless, I'm very sincere with it. And I do love you. Love and light, peace, God bless, good night.